19-year-old Kenneka Jenkins was found murdered on September 8th in a freezer at the Rosemont Hotel in Chicago. Her story has gone viral due to national exposure on social media. Kenneka's mother's cry for justice after feeling the Chicago Police Department was not doing all that they could to solve her daughter's death, along with video evidence released by a woman by the name of Irene, who was with Kenneka on the night of her death, sent social media into a frenzy. In the live video, Irene is seen wearing sunglasses. The reflection in those glasses has created an army demanding an investigation into Kenneka's death, the death that the police department tried to rule as a suicide. Through persistence of Instagram and Facebook users, ultimately, an online confession was made by one of Kenneka's killers, and I have a few of those messages here. So right after, everyone's looking for Kenneka, her friends and family, you could tell she was like, people started coming out by the boatload, pretty much just saying, anyone who was at the party, tell us what happened. We know you know more than what they are saying. They're not buying what the police is telling them. The police said that the girl was drunk, crawled into a freezer, and couldn't get out, pretty much committed suicide. And her family's like, no, we know the streets, we know better. So here's a post from one of her friends right after all this took place. All we wanted to do was enjoy ourselves for Renee's birthday. We did that, but who would have known our smiles was going to quickly change into frowns. Kenneka Martin, you hurted us with this one. We all was just turning up together. After you knew you was too lit, you wanted to lay down, and motherfuckers made sure of that. Why Nifa couldn't just leave you instead of picking you up so that y'all could leave? You was in our eyesight till they took you out the room, and nobody know what happened outside that room. Justice for Kenneka. Right after that, this is Nifa, the girl that was just mentioned in the other, the best friend of Kenneka. She's the one believed to have set this whole thing up for her to be raped, sold, whatever the case may be. She started posting a few videos on Instagram. This is the second account. The first one is ismomo_BAVY instead of with the two Y's. She posted a video saying, I had nothing to do with this. It's my best friend. I might as well kill myself to be with her. Social media isn't buying it. They're seeing it as she's trying to set up her little, leaving her cookie crumbs to make it like she had nothing to do with this. She's, feeling just as bad as everyone else about what happened. She also posted a video of what took place in the room with Irene. And here's a shot from earlier that day in the bathroom. This is Kenneka, and that's Monifa over there in the corner. There's an old picture of them together. She's trying to make it like she's loyal now. Like, this is my bestie. I ain't do nothing. So in the reflection of the glasses that Irene has on, you clearly see these three jackets, red, blue, and white, like I said. Here's a post that went up after. When I tell you Facebook, they turned into private eye Inspector Gadget investigators. They had pictures. These were released onto social media at the party. So it was nothing for them to find out who was actually there. They put this up. These were the boys in the jackets. Again, like I said, looking through the glasses, to me, it doesn't look like they, especially the boy in the red, left. The white, I did see him leave a few times. Somebody in a white t-shirt, or if it's the white jacket laying on the bed. So, this is a girl who was at the party. She says, we never left. We were standing by our room door. We literally never left the 9th floor. Our room number was 926. That's what door we stood by, literally. We never walked off. She told me to go get her phone out the room, and that's what I did. Shanice Matters like, well, if that's what happened, then how did she disappear? Which, of course, if you're standing outside the room door the whole time, how did you not see her? You should have saw something. Somebody's lying. Monifa posted to Instagram. To Irene, she's asking Monifa, girl, why you won't tell them what happened? Monifa replies, watch it. Whatever's in this video is evidence to what took place. We won't know, can't press play because it's a screen print. And Irene tells her, bitch, see, now you gotta fess up. Next thing you know, This boy, Cornell, he had been posting messages throughout the night. First, he put up one saying, like, killers run with killers, hoes run with hoes, some junk like that. I couldn't find that post again, but he did put up a few more afterwards. Bitches get themselves killed when they get raped. Bitch, you ain't no virgin. Sit back and take the D like you usually do and go home and tell Popo. He also said a lot of people wouldn't be dead if they stay in their lane. Then he goes back and tries to follow up and say, maybe I just phrased it wrong. I'm saying if somebody trying to rape you, let them so you can get to your family and police and tell them why put up a fight so they can kill you. I don't know what I would, that's what I would want my little lady to do. Now he's trying to backpedal because he didn't know a Facebook army had been formed. People are, leaving comments like, hold up now, like no sympathy at all. You clearly had something to do with this. What are you talking about? Then he comes in with maybe I phrased it wrong. Fool, if you phrased it wrong, you phrased it wrong. There's no need to put a maybe in there. Like he already caught up. He just don't know what to do with himself. He know that army was already in line. Renee Connor, she comes on and she's like, don't try and play the victim. The world sees right through you all. Hope you guys get life and the death penalty. Irene, she's on here texting to a few people. She's like, girl, calm it. You don't know what the F you are talking about. Now, like I said, if social media is going in. They've got these people's address listed, their age. They did the full research. Like the FBI needs to hire some of these people. So now they don't have a choice but to confess. Everybody's pointing a finger at each other. But Irene also says, I didn't put her in the mother MFing freezer. The dumb MFing bestie did, since y'all want to know her effing best friend put her in the freezer because the boy killed her. His name is Bernard Radley. And after that, she told us not to say anything. So now people are starting to talk, they getting tight-lipped, which led to more mistakes. Is Momo Baby, which is the best friend, there's that BVBY. Don't make me start talking, bitch. Young Grayos. You don't want me to do that, my baby. You know you the reason she dead now, you fucking demon. And I'm like, oh, so who is Young Grayos? Because I haven't seen anything from him. I'm looking at who's replying to messages, who's liking them, who's on the friends list, because I'm trying to figure out myself, like, what is going on with this story? So I go and pull up Young Grayos on Instagram, and this is what I find. He no longer has his page. It's private. He says, I posted the truth. I'm deleting everything. Don't text me. I made the worst mistake of my life. Now I can't take it back. Number, rest in peace, Nika. So keep that in mind. We're going to come back to him. Irene, she's on, and again, screenshot. She says, she know what the F she did. She told that boy that she was going to get her bestie. I don't even know her best friend like that. All I know was her best friend didn't want to go, so she pulled her out. And when we text me saying she couldn't find her, then we saw the boy and he told her she was in the freezer. Irene is trying to clear her name. She's like, hold up now, everybody blaming me. I don't even know the bitch. I'm just, look, y'all point a finger at the wrong person. I still feel like she knows what more than what she's saying. You see, she keeps jumping from she, he, her, we. No, it's us. So she couldn't find her. Then we saw the boy and he told us, not her. And she's like, all y'all, somebody replies, all y'all need to speak up ASAP. And Irene's like, she need to, because we're telling our side. So now they're telling, everybody's talking, it's coming out. And on that one, in the glasses, right after the toilet flush, to me, it sounds like that's when everything is really starting to take place. I believe they were in that bathroom. You hear a commotion going on by the door when the music, right before it comes on, and then at the first part of while the music is going. I don't believe that's her saying, help me. It's soulful. That's not her saying, help me. But there is something going on at that door. The raspy voice that you hear talking to the sluggish voice, I believe that's her. Whoever that raspy guy is, that's the one they need to be questioning. But anyway, so Young Grails, he finally comes out and he's like, we didn't mean to kill her. She had a heart attack while we was raping her. I'll let y'all know why we put her in the freezer later. And of course, people are like, oh, this fool done, told on himself. But there it is. He came out and admitted it. So it looks like he did actually rape that girl. These were two other messages that came out afterwards, but there's no way to prove them, no names. no pictures to actually see if it was said. So I didn't want to really go into them. But there you have it, people. It's really sad what happened to this young lady. Beautiful, had goals, things that she was trying to achieve. And, like, sub, and subscribe. Let me know what you think.